Greetings, everyone. I'm Zahra Jawad. So this is about my case today again. Just that I haven't, can't find help. I'm in lots of pain, and I can't do my work right now. As I've just, woken up to extreme kind of pain. I can't even describe this pain that I have. Years back, on my birthday, something happened. The witches, I call her a witch. Sorry, it has to be like this. So, yesterday I was saying that whatever this witch has done now, she had threatened to do black magic on me. Now it's been years, and they say that years pass, but black magic gets worse, and no one has helped. There was a man in Karachi I went to thinking he was a palmist. He turned out to be my father read the writing outside his office, Bangladesh ka jadoo. So he told me that there's black magic on me since childhood. They've got your potential and all this. So if you're thinking I'm obsessed with this, I'm not obsessed with this. It's just that it is. There are people who have said this to me, and not that I've wanted to keep my mind on this. It was years back, 1983, after my birthday. These newcomers had wedded my father's brothers and two sisters. In 1980, one sister got married to the reception was in Karachi, wedding reception. All the celebrations were in Karachi. The other one was in Dubai later on. They had the nikah and all this. So my father's two brothers got married to the two sisters, their mother. So in 1983, and they had more sisters, so I became friends with these nasty people. One of them, and she was very unreliable, untrustworthy. And her mother threatened because they did something on my birthday. They come to my house, they did something on my birthday, and then the mother threatened to do jadoo on me because she went to a mutual friend, her name's same name, friend of ours, and she told her about me and what she wanted to do, and she was in search of a black magician, jadugar, you see. Since then, I've been having, I didn't actually, things happened in Karachi American School too against Miss Tisad, this girl student, senior student. But I did put my mind on this. I was like, God is great. And even her boyfriend, like when he threatened me, I was able to, not be obsessed with, oh, they're going to come after me and this. And, I put my trust in God. But then the Gulf Air crash happened, and my classmate's father was in it. Uh, where was that? Almina, Abu Dhabi. He was going to Abu Dhabi. He had come to Karachi for the Eid al Adha, to be with his family from Abu Dhabi. So my classmate was in Karachi American School. Even her sister and her brother, older, were there. And her sister had graduated from Karachi American School. So the thing is that, okay, so this, it wasn't that I was obsessed or something, or I had phobia. So I stood up for my um, teacher, Miss Asteria Desai. She was Goan. She was originally Pakistani, and this girl's boyfriend was from America or Canada. I don't know, but his name was Matthew. And you see, big post. The father was in a big post, so that's why, or a position held um, by his father. So they told me that's why the kissing goes on outside the auditorium, elementary side. And these were high school students. They would come to the elementary side during the free period or something and start kissing. But that Mr. Horton and no one, they were just talking about this, not to me, because I felt this was not my problem. It was the whatever the school wants. I just kept my mouth shut about it. So, but this witch, okay. So the thing was that I'm not a true, I'm not obsessed in this and that. I wasn't. But someone in London told me that someone has done something on you and is jealous of your mother and father. Anyhow, so this lady, another thing, okay, away from Karachi American School, I don't think I have to finish that. So, high post. So, what happened is in in Karachi, after my birthday, no, on my birthday, her daughters were acting really funny. One was a close friend of mine, Shahnaz, Muhammad Jawad's daughter, also. Like so, unfortunately, Muhammad Jawad got married to this Irani long time ago, and now divorced. Muhammad Jawad is from the community of my father, so from Emirates, UAE. Anyways, this bad luck came in my life because I don't know why these daughters, these who had become my friend now, one of them, were acting funny on my birthday. 15th birthday. 15th. Okay. And they wouldn't allow the singers to sing. And they were saying, this is like shadi, wedding, and oh, God knows what junk they were saying. Nonsense. So I can have like they were Karachi American School. We had 1 week slave week and green and gold week, and so so if I make my birthday like a wedding thing, what is your problem, right? We can sing and all this. Ah, like Dolki, we used to go to people's weddings, friends, and sing and all this. So I made it a special birthday. Miss Disa came and all that. So then these daughters, they did something on my birthday, like not allowing the male uh, now who had come in our group, not allowing them to sing. And I didn't know what in the world was happening until Miss Disa left. And then the mutual friend who knew everything what was going on, and she was older, she was actually my aunt's friend who got married and was in Oman now. So I was told that these people were stopping the singers from singing at, at my birthday. So I went up to one of them because she was my good friend. So I put my hand on her shoulder and I said, why, very politely as they were leaving my house. Um, the other younger sister, but older to me, started to, get angry at me and all this. And so they started to shout outside. They had parked the car opposite our house, their car. They went there on that side and started shouting against my mother. Not only my father, but, telling me what my father has done in Singapore and that my mother is insane and all this. So anyways. So all this fish market stuff going on, jungly people. So then this mother, and now her daughters were in this family, Sajwani, my father's family. She goes to a mutual friend there who was at the birthday also, and had this singing band that had found these singers who were famous. One was a dramatist. So what happens is the mother goes there of these friend this and goes to the other mutual friend's house and says that I'm looking for a jadugar, black magician, sorcerer, to do jadoo on me, yani. And I didn't do anything. I didn't go to their house, mess their birthday up, or start gossiping and spreading rumors. So then suddenly, all of a sudden, I became restless. Anxiety struck me. But I wasn't going to, put my mind on this, that, oh, this lady. I just put my trust in God because God is the one we trust in. Uh, I was a prayer of Allama Rashid. I was a Shia. And taking recourse to Jadoo and all this, you wreck yourself. They say it's like putting your hand in shit. Your hand is going to smell of shit if you don't wash it. But I think people here wash it. People around wash it very well, and they don't get anything. But the victims get it. So after a very long time, why in year 2000? I said because my chronic fatigue. I had chronic fatigue 21 years old, 20 years old. So that's why I've been trying to find healing through the prayers, and I kept quiet. I had a dua book, and if I could pray 5 times a day, that would be wonderful for me. That would be Eid for me, so that I know that God hears my prayers, and I haven't done anything wrong. I've tried to do my best in my religion, at least pray 5 times a day, and then those duas where you get help from enemies. Oh, sorry, from God and against your enemies. So then, okay, so what happened is this witch. Oh, so I wasn't obsessed with this. Maybe you can say that I'm obsessed with God. I need God's help, and I pray to God, and I expect a lot from God to help us. And there's a lot of negativity in this world. You can see, like, even this Ganesh gave me this thing of sapien medicine, and there's been a recent thing that post from them that some John White has been stealing and counter attacking them, taking a case against them or something. You can look at that post. It's been, maybe you'll find it, but I just found it yesterday. Um, so God knows what this is. So you see, there are these people jealous who want to steal things from other people. It's ongoing, the negativity. It's not only me. So the thing is that not many people will appreciate this or come to my channel. Please, I'm telling you, I'm a different person, and please don't join me if don't waste your time. I'm a different person. And maybe even the gurus are like those who are going fine and doing very good will not agree to me coming here in this way and saying things like this. Like in the beginning, there was this Indian man who was saying that it is against my principles to, say anything against a person socially. So, or take their names like this, like I was. So, it didn't discourage me. In fact, it made me angry and all this. I felt that he didn't understand my case, and not many Hindus maybe even maybe they don't want to understand my case. And then some of us, the people, the games people play, um, and all this goes on. Oh my God! On one hand, help; on the other hand, gaslighting or the games people play. If you've ever read that book, I don't know. So gaslighting or just making these statements about people without knowing their full case. So I think a lot of people would like attention or something, I don't know, from me. So the games people play, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but this is where, but it's no secret that a book games people play. So I don't know who to trust even, and what to trust. Um this is the thing. So I've been doing the sapien medicine, and I don't know. I don't know if I can trust India. I think India is doing well in some cases, but there's poverty, and where is God? You see, what I had emailed someone, I'm not going to name that Indian, and Swamiji, and his assistant told me that you have to be sincere, and maybe you're not sincere in your quest for truth. So, the meditation I did backfired or something like this. The email long time ago when I came to Dubai, I emailed him. He's made a vow to bring peace to the world or something. And so he said, maybe I'm not sincere. That because sincere people don't go through this. But I've heard that Kundalini can do crazy things in you if it rises and things are, other channels are not open and all that. So I was blamed for not being sincere and that I need to go to a psychiatrist. So this India, I'm sorry to say, I'm very serious about this. The gurus and all, and it's not that easy to get out of it. It's traumatizing. It is some people. Once the habit is formed to go to a guru. I mean, there are some people like me who are put in a vulnerable state, and they go blind in the third eye, and then they're following the guru and this and that. Like recently, Sri Ravi Shankar ji said, "Yeah, now get up and get out of this thing." In other words, of answer question session in his. You see, I want to get up now. I'm feeling like the infection, something here, and the dizzy feeling or groggy feeling is here, and my head goes low down, and I can't help it. I want to get up because I have to do certain things in the house, so I can't do that. So I can't even trust India. Who to trust? I don't know. But the other, sorry, and the other Shri Ravi Shankar ji, the answers he gave was really, they were really good answers. I like that. But this one particular, like you must, get on with life, this, that, don't rule over these things. Get up and run. Like, just get up and you will be able to run and all this. Guru is there. If you're, must be following, if you're following the right guru, it must work for you. But it hasn't worked for me. I'm trying to get up. Here, my engine has ceased. So I don't know. And then, there's this Anand Kiran on Desi Chat and all this. Why I ended up in Desi Chat? Well, you can blame me for that, but yeah. Uh, I was missing London and I couldn't work. And so the computer had come, and you know how we used to sit in the smoking room and uh, general learning from people live in, you know, so that way when the I went to Desi Chat to see what this was and got hooked on it because a person came with the name of Anand Kiran. And yeah, how I got hooked to this Desi Chat actually, I should give myself some fairness. Principal told me that she had some cancer problem, a pain that she felt was cancer. And before that, I had these kind of intuitive feeling that someone wants to give my principal, Miss Ex Principal, but I just call her principal, okay? Because so she was my principal in St. Joseph's College, Karachi. And in 1990, when I went to London and came back for the vacations, a big I would go to my mother's room, change her rooms, but that intuition that we want to give your principal, I used to call her mummy, your mummy principal, cancer, a lot. Like this was in 1996, no, it was in 1997 when something happened, and I just gave her time to, just be on her own. So I cut off. And she was telling me she's busy. So I just said, okay, in the end. This was in 1996, June. No, it still was June, July, August, September, October, November, December. No, it was in 1996, 7. December I came again, 1996 to January 1997. And I think then vacations from London to Karachi, I was told that intuitive feeling that someone is telling me, but not hearing the voices, like in some cases, mental cases, challenged at that time. Just that intuitive feeling that we're going to give your mommy cancer, principal. Oh, so that was too much for me to take at that time and all this. Anyhow, they did manage to kill later the founder of Hamdard School, university, labs, scientific labs. Hamdard founder, Hakim Sayed. So yes, I felt that there was now a lot of negativity coming in my house with the fear thing, uh, and they killed Hakim Sayed. So my principal had said that she would take me to the library to show me what a great library Hamdard has in Karachi. So Hakim Sayed's. So she didn't take me. Thank God. I don't know. They must have. If she had taken me, what they would have done to Hamdard. Anyways, they didn't bomb blast St. Joseph's College, but I didn't even know at that time. I was all positive affirmation. There's no evil. Evil is in our mind, and this religious evil, the philosophy of evil, I don't understand, and all this. So that time in my life, I was like this at that time. Now I see a lot of people who are not helpful, but they do some hanky panky stuff and evil stuff going around. A lot of people I cannot trust. Where are you all in your capital system? You're not helping out. So lacking. What is capital? And many people are going to hate hate me for this. Like we were told that Imam Ali was hated for being truthful and honest and upright and outright frank with people. So pointing to hypocrites or this, and the hypocrites hated him and all this, right? Like Jesus Christ said, the world has hated me. So many people will be hating me for this, bringing out the truth. Anyhow, yesterday I was thinking, now we can't do anything about this witch. You just have to get help. Like I could feel the fingertips, my fingertips changing, my nails changing, becoming soft and going weird. My nails were straight, and then they were bending on one side and this, uh, and I used to feel that something about, like I would my nose, my left side is different from my right side, and this was like my mother had this dressing table mirror. Slowly I was feeling like my energy is draining and I can't shop like I used to. I had ample energy in London when I was a child, and even when growing up, teenage years, I had ample energy. So after the separation and leaving Karachi American School, going to the new house, you know how slowly they were trying to even wreck my face, my nose. I hit my nose. I had an accident, and when once after a long time, I went back to London, 1995, to check, have a medical checkup. So I had to, live with my uncle there. Terrible, but so it was awful, horrible. So, oh, I must gossip. Room, it was horrible. So my father, and helpless feeling. So my father could not afford a flat in London. He was worse than his brother financially. I was told. Don't know how far that is true. So so I have to gossip about this family member against him. So it was horrible with me, argumentative and on little things like my age and this and that. Anyhow, so from Dubai, he had they go to London and we from Karachi, and so what happened? Why am I taking? So this family, there this one witch came to London also, and then I had this accident, like I on the footpath, my foot I went bent on one side and things like that, like accidents. So my mother used to say that since these people have come, we've had bad luck. And her daughter then, before also, like her daughter, I think my mother had taken proper dosages. No, not proper stock, sorry, not dosages of a medicine, psychiatric medicine to London. And her daughter had, I think, drained or thrown away. But what comes is drained. I don't know why. Anyways, she had stolen my mother some of it, taking it out from her bottle or and throwing it. She used to come down to. In London, we had a house at that time, but then gave it for rent. So when they were living there and we were going for vacations, and she ransacked my luggage, shopping, so all this. So these people, they go on. Oh, mother, it pains. Oh God, it's very painful right now. And yeah, in London, 1980, 81, 82, when she was there, uh, they had a Filipino maid, and I was walking outside the house. We were walking. She had a kid to take care of, infant, or anyways, no, a little, older now. And so I felt that my heart's muscles were pulled, and that I wasn't scared like I would get a heart attack or something, but I was just telling the Filipino maid that I have this all of a sudden, you know, this thing. Sorry, I'm going to move this, and I don't know what's wrong with my mobile. It makes a sound a lot. I don't move it, so I'm going to check this also. And it in between, it makes that sound. It's not that good, so I can't afford anything better. Uh, in between, it makes that static sound uh, a lot. So I just had to move to do something. Yeah, so until this date, I can't find. Now allergies came, and God knows what came. I'm not being like an old woman. Maybe I am, but really, this is black magic, and it's not obsession. Maybe it's what is this? So the pain is still here. I mean, there were gurus telling us that what you fear now, like, come on, get out of this fear. It just comes. Panic, panic, trauma. What about this? Gurus don't know. The Hindu gurus, some of them, I have to criticize them. They don't know this PS, post trauma, PTSD or something, syndrome. They don't know anything like that or what. So I'll be very, like, when Indians, they don't like someone, like Amitabh Bachchan Saab, they put him on hero. He became Devat, god of the screen or something for them. And then when something happened, I heard that they broke his that studio and what outside. They can pull somebody down. Indians. So that's really bad about the Indians. And all this attitude problem. So this witch was in Karachi. Then her husband, I think, divorced her. Then later on, she's come to Dubai. She's originally Irani from Tehran. I mean, my grandmother was originally Irani from Shiraz. So please, Iranis, there are some really great Iranis I've known in my life, but this one, I mean, Iranis are notorious for their, you know, whatever they are notorious for, emotional, or I don't know. No, I don't want to say that because I don't want this. Yeah, yeah. So now against the Indians, now against Iranis. Because I have some of my grandmother's blood, Iranis, we are notorious for some things, and we need to correct that. Our blood line, we need to correct that. We need to reach out, help people, and all this. So not not very like what a very slip of tongue. So I'm like spellbound. If you've seen the movie Spellbound, Alfred Hitchcock's, or something they put in me or did something to me, I wouldn't even, until I believe in God. And what makes me angry is that where is God? And the person, like, I'm doing sapien medicine, someone said go there, okay, very good, very helpful. But the thing is that the person inside should have that protection against these devils. They can, there's no, like, you know if you don't stop them, they don't stop at all, or something like this. In my experience, in my case, I've seen that it's like you don't even do this to an animal, but we've seen fathers, in some cases, raping their own daughters. Now the thing is, in this person told me, the Swami, that my I didn't have sincerity in my becoming religious or doing the meditation. So, what about those? I was recently thinking, the asuras that worshipped, for example, Brahma got, what do you call it? Got boons, and even from the gods, and from Brahma, and even Sadhguru has said, with due respect to him, because Christian Prince said something against Sadhguru, and his video live stream was removed immediately. They took action. So uh, Sadhguru said that the what you I'm going all out now. So if any Hindu wants to come, and because gurus make fake gurus make life miserable. I cannot see this happening because I've been through so much pain and still am in that pain. So don't tell me that, I mean, you can say it, but that there are negative things going around and fake gurus can make life miserable, and I cannot take it. I'm very passionate about this. And I would say that take the case to the court and stop this nuisance, crimes and all this in India also, and fake gurus. Take the case to the court if you can. But I know how it is. It's very difficult. You see, hardly anyone would take the case to court against a guru. Because in their tradition is, if you don't like this guru, he may not be fake, but you move away and you find another guru, but you don't talk against him. And so Sadhguru was saying that Shiva gives to your enemies also. So why in my particular case, like being having good intentions, saf niyat, at least the lady told me that my heart is clean in London. Then I was like, why this? So she said, evil comes on these people, good people. My mother's heart was clean and all this. So then, if I was not sincere, I was thinking recently what the Swamiji had told me years back when I came to Dubai and emailed him. His assistant emailed me back. There was something. So this is one Swamiji that answered my email, um, messaging him, but that maybe I wasn't sincere and all these excuses happening against me. But the Asuras who worship Brahma, uh, or one Asura, like, and another one, maybe I should give Mahasura. Then Narasimha, no, no, sorry, not Narasimha. Uh, Durga Ma came to help out, all three of them, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Durga Ma doesn't give bones, so that's very nice. I think if I can I've been calling out to Durga Ma too, and weird, like, but the help is not coming. So I feel I have cancer or something like that. I feel the feeling is there, but when I go to the hospital, take tests, it doesn't, like it. The doctor says there's nothing wrong with you. even in my great pain here, muscle pull or something, um, it was the doctor took an X-ray and said it's nothing. So people might say that she's got psychosomatic problems in the mind. It's in the mind. It's in your mind. And if we don't go to the doctor, they say they don't go to the doctor. Very strange things people say. Uh, and if we go to the doctor, then the doctor says, there's nothing wrong with you. Go back home. Emergency, all that time to take tests and all, nothing. You come back. And everything is free for the. Anyways, here for. So, one lucky thing happened for me here is that UAE, I think, I'm not sure how much and how far this news is true against they removed the death penalty or some punishment against apostasy. So I will come to Islam too. And again, the last video, hardly anyone, thank God, they maybe didn't even understand what I was trying to say. Some of you who are following me and subscribe to me, thank you very much. Um, so very few people, like Jiddu Krishnamurti said, very few people. And even the Hindu texts say, very few people will get enlightenment or God realization. Very few people. So Muji Baba was saying the same thing when he was very sad to find this out, very shocked that very few people will be saved. If you go into religions and spirituality, even in spirituality, like you won't get God very easily. Sri Krishna or Narayan or something, it's terrible. So very few people, maybe one out of billions. God isn't generous then. So my great grandfather's name Jawad, generosity. We thought that if you take one step forward to God, God will take 100 or 1,000 steps forward. But it seems like God has not been that generous, and I'm angry at God for this. Or is there a God? And what is all this power? Maybe this power is God. And what is he doing? He's not helping the oppressed. So, one thing I can trust my UAE for is send me financial aid on time, even like before the 30th, 28th or something like this. So, this I can trust. I'm sorry if you're in a country where they eat up the Baitul Mal and everything, politicians corrupted, army corrupted, everything corrupted. But thank God here, where I'm from, they're sending me money on time, and they have these freebies for us. Things really nice, very generous of them. And then His Highness Sheikh Muhammad recently I read of bread outside. They're keeping these in the vending machine. You call them vending machines. I've forgotten so much. I think I'm in lots of pain, and it doesn't sound like that. But right now I'm talking, so feeling kind of nauseous and all. Vertigo has come back when that's not going. So please, what I also want to say is that all this we need to. This is terrible tragedy for people that even the gurus of India cannot help, and many are fake. They and they can really. destroy a person. Now, how can you realize? You have to be really smart and really, but in that, maybe some people are smart, but not all. And some people are dumb like me. I'm sorry to say this, and they don't see it. And out of desperation, the inside is crying. There's a soul crisis inside. So, just to for myself, when I go back and listen to, that I'm not moving my mobile, but I'm moving a little bit myself. So let's see where the problem is, the volume problem. When I hear there's a certain sound, and I ask myself, what am I doing? Am I moving my mobile? So this problem I have, uh, technology is great. Yes, and affordable. Thank God. Science has done this, given us. I'm much grateful to science. But I felt that we needed spirituality too. I can't find a person who will go out of their way to help. Someone like a spiritual master who can help. Maybe I'm being punished for being Radharani. And people worshipping me, and that it was just a story, a old traditional story, and that Shri Krishna and Radharani, they were not divine or anything, but love is divine. Love is from God. But who is God? God is the most powerful creator of the universe, and we can't get to that creator. We can't know him through the mind. So I was also in search of God, like who is God and all this. Unfortunately, sorry, I can't be an atheist because I have a lot of like my own the spiritual power thing. I felt, experienced miracles in my life. I can't give a blind eye to that, what I've experienced. How did my voice get to my mother? She was absolutely accurate about my voice because I called out to her in London twice, saying Amma, Amma, and it went. So there are some cases like this, but they're not taken seriously by the scientists. I tried my best. I thought I was getting in my dreams that incentive, that thing to start something like brown star, some star falling, uh, and wasn't mature enough. It just didn't become mature enough. So there are brown dwarfs, they are called, and I found that they had lithium in it or this and that, right? But the dreams didn't help much, like completely to um, help me find something to relieve, help people, help myself, and relieve myself from the sufferance and the people, and also mental illnesses. I wish God had given me something to help for the mental illness, and also if it is to know the difference that this is mental illness. Yes, it can be cured, but this is done by jadoo, black magic, or some spellbound. You keep gaslighting, or you keep uh, eh, covert narcissistic way, then it gets to the person, and you feel a lot of negative feelings, and you call that black magic. I don't know, but if you can call that black magic, ill will of a person, and the covert narcissistic way of closing doors to the person or trying to trap the person every step the person takes in life because you don't want this person to progress. So finally, it happens that this person, like it happened to me, is now bedridden, sitting, and can't do much, incapacitated. So how these people they do it? These cruel people, how they do it, I don't know. Now I feel 3M laughing through me. I don't know. So recently I was doing the anti-cancer thing treatment in my stomach. So what happened is I realized that uh, someone had told me that this witch, she what she did to her maid, the maid accidentally broke the lamp of her daughter who's in the United States. This was my friend long time ago. The one I said came to the my birthday, 15th birthday, and tried to mess it up. So later on, I heard from another maid that this maid of theirs, what she accidentally dropped the lamp of this mother, the mother, which was supposed to send this to the United States for her daughter, the lamp, which the maid accidentally broke. And then I was told that she had such a terrible stomach ache, and I was that she had to leave work. She couldn't work, and perhaps she went back home to the Philippines. So I was doing this anti-cancer sapien medicine. Oh, in my stomach, and my grand aunt. Yeah, so the pain was there, the gastric acidity, but made me feel sick, like everything, my skin, my skin changing, becoming dry, and what's happening to me in college. I was like, is it allergy, the sand we had in college? I wouldn't put my mind on someone's doing nazar. Someone did nazar on me and all this. Although the principal told me that on her wedding night something happened to her. She had a boil like on under her eye, and that remained. The It went away, but the scar remained. The what you call it remained under her eye. So her mother said Nazar Bud in Irani, meaning it's Nazar, evil eye. You find someone beautiful, looking good. Person can even unconsciously put Nazar on someone or things like that. So I was not into this really Nazar Shazar. Another thing was in college, my grandmother had come to live with us. So I'm not going to finish. So this witch would, oh, so yeah, things like my skin changing, my teeth later on, but something about my skin, my left side face and right side face was very symmetric before, and my nose was like straight, didn't have this no bone thing here. So one of my friends, a friend, had said that, oh my God, her nose is so straight. You see, had just said this. We were at her place, my friend's place, and all this, and also like heat. When we were, again, my friends were there at her friend's place, Rumina's place one day, and we were just, like our culture. Sorry, don't think we're anything like that. They're all married now, okay? So we just kiss each other on the cheek, like goodbye or a greeting. And we were saying goodbye. So they all were kissing each other on the cheek. So they kissed my cheek. And one of my friend's friends said, oh my God, her face is so cold, cool, so cold, cold, like not very cold, freezing, but nice and cool. Then what happened? I'm not talking about this Nazar thing. I not at all this thing that they said it and that's why it happened. No, no, they had clean hearts. My friends were very clean hearted people and they're very good friends. They uh, stand by. It's not like from Karachi American School, like Uzma Hamid and selfish friends. We Desis, Pakistanis, some of us, some of very good friends through thick and thin. And we don't let anyone, they don't let anyone get into this friendship thing. So long lasting, sincere friends. But, I started to get like heat coming from my head, ears, and my face becoming hot. It was like, so in London, I was told that there's something on you, a coffee reader. Like, do you see this? I saw like a monster. And recently, when I was doing this cleaning uh, sapien medicine, it's on YouTube. Ganache had introduced me recently, much grateful to him. You know what happened? I saw a monster also, like come last night with these ears, like some beast I saw in my vision. My eyes were closed, sorry. So, and then he left. So it's something like this, a monster, like beast. In London, when someone from a Palestinian from Israel part, I think, took my coffee reading and said, "Do you see this?" He literally showed me in my coffee that there was a beast type entity, whatever you call it, monster, above my head. And so another person had come in Holborn College. He was there, and I met him. So he was from my side, Kuwait and Kashmir. Sorry, no, Kuwait and Pakistan. Father side Kuwaiti, mother side Pakistani. So he knew how to make the zaicha. We call it zaicha. You know that boxes, and you give them your birth of date and your mother's name. So I gave him my mother's name too because that lady had already told me that someone is jealous of your mother and father, and that's why the children have not done anything, but she's striking you like anything, and you need help. That was in 1996. Now, so uh, I asked this Kuwaiti brother in Holborn College, and he said, "Kisi ne to koi masti ki hai." He knows Arabic. His Arabic is like Ghalib. Mine is not, even though he's never been to Pakistan, he told me at that time. And so he said, "Kisi ne to koi masti ki hai," on me and my mother. So this thing is going on and on. And where is God to help us? So one of those days where I have to come on social media, because you see, in these people, they do it covertly, hiding, and no one can catch them. And I went to Dubai police, but they said, "What can they can't do anything because we don't have that evidence." I mean, I'm supposed to go and look for evidence or something. I don't have the evidence. How to catch them? So it will be, they'll sit on this, and lives are ruined. And one of them, I suspect, is this one, Masuma, the Irani with my Arabic Emirati husband divorced. No, I don't know who she's married to. Maybe so another Arab. She's in Dubai, and you see, we can't take action against her. But yesterday, when I kind of settled down in me, what like one should have protection, self protection. One should have that. So no one can do anything. You must never fear people. This is my thing. Don't, don't. If someone says like we will do black magic on her, say, go do what you like. Who cares? I mean, I don't care about this. I trust in God. But honestly, later on, of Allah, I have to be very blunt. Restlessness. I mean, the hell, 6 years hell separation, then something lifted. Then I thought it was the grace of God. Can't. So I don't know if anyone is interested in this. No one, very few people. I want to see a change in life. So only I'm moving, my head is down. If there is a sound, then I know that I have to take this mic off next time and just put the mobile on stationary and talk without the mic. Hope I said this right, correctly. And my English traumatized. I'm in pain. I can't even talk properly about my case. I thought I needed an expert. So some people come with this nasty comments, and I've also become now nasty. Tit for tat. If someone tells me something, I'm going to give it to them. But only for this religion, when a Sunni brother or sister comes, I have to behave myself. But personal attack, you do, and then I'm going to get you on online. I won't report you. First, I'll go to every video of yours and put comments there, whether you think it's waste of time or what. But no personal attacks. Only on religion like this. You can say that even a Shia comes and says, my mother will go to hell, or you can abuse my mother and all this. But I have one thing that you need to come out. I need to be help you come out of this. I can listen to that. Even personal attacks on my mother and this, who has passed away. But it was nice that Afghani who came, brother, and he was saying that the Americans have left them starving in Afghanistan. Wow, their sabr is great. So there's a rabbit here. Image from the sun. So sometimes I feel like a lot of, long live our sheikhs who really care and reach out. So they're not telling me. I'm much grateful to UAE sheikhs for, like, once they say, you make an Arab your brother. Oh, this UAE Emirati in Karachi consulate, con- in the consulate, he became my father's friend. Like it was just, you are my brother. So very, very nice people. Asking my father to come every night for his majlis. So once there are some Arabs I've known, like once you make them brothers, it doesn't mean that they help you in bad things, but they help you in good things. So maybe in a positive way, like now, even her daughters here in Dubai would behave themselves and so good, loving ways and trust. We want trust. So maybe you'll learn, the daughter has become a teacher, I heard, and you will learn. So, and the other daughter, this one's, see, Roya, she was in the bank and her picture came in the newspaper. Roya, Muhammad Jawaz's daughter, this witch's daughter, but very, she worked hard from a clerk, from making tea for the boss, and she, internship doing in banking. She started from scratch, and now she's become Like now, not now, in year, I think 90, 90 something. Her picture also came and she helps out and all this people. So hope they will change. But I can never trust anyone anymore. But because the sheikhs are vigilant, we are the hope in a very, what do you call it, diplomatic, very peaceful way. They can have their people, the people, Emiratis. So, um, human development, bringing trust in a family, global family like we have. So hope to see that every Emirati works like he's working, she's working for her family and not harm people in the least bit. So this is what I like to see. Um, and this is, I think, what the sheikhs would like to see. We have a lot of money, we have a lot of facilities, and now for the poor, for those less needy or something can't afford, food is there also in the vendors machine. His Highness Shah Muhammad has done this recently as the Sheikh of Dubai. So salutations to him for this, very touched. But okay, so in other words, another thing is that Sheikh's personal life. He can kill his daughter, and this really saddened me to no end. I could have died that year, finding out. So, but they are very good with their people, so leaving their personal life behind. Although I wish they would. You see, this is, I think, this problem of sheikhs being harsh and hard with their daughters is from this Islam. Even me, I could not take my sister, or when I was young, I told my mother not to wear sleeveless sari blouses and all this. So this comes from this Islamic thing. And myself, then later on, I was wearing shorts in Karachi American School. And my mother was very lenient. But my sister, I couldn't take my sister, no matter how much I told myself, give her the freedom, Baba, to breathe and move. So I couldn't take it. I had one sister, and that's it. Uh, I can't take it. Very strict, conservative. Toba, it was like, I can't take it. Midlife hell for, like, you know, no, no, no way am I going to take my sister in sleeveless and this and that. Oh, so very conservative, very strict with my sister. Unfortunately, she had a terror sister like me. So it's Islam. I need to kind of, yeah. I realized that, oh my God, I'm a tyrant at home with my siblings, with my sister. I can't take it. So yeah, that's my double. That's my, what do you call it? Two-faced or double standards. Came. Why did God give me a sister? But not that I wanted to harm her. It's just her good. I was overprotective, just like that. Overprotective and things like that. Okay. And what else is there? So last time I must have made such a fool out of myself. Like, you don't know anything. That's bad. Coming from Dead Post Society. Last live stream. So now I found this the right question. What is your problem, Zahra? So, what is my problem? Is that the problem is now I'm becoming a little now funny because I had enough of this terrible black magic psyche what going on. So I tell you now, look at this. Why did God give humans freedom of will when the bees? Why are the bees here? Because you have guessed it right, maybe. But inspired the bees, Surah 16, verse 68, Quran. Now we cannot solve the problem of fake gurus in India by just coming here 1 hour. This started. Now challenges come from Zahra. All you people, intelligent Muslims, Shia, Sunni, Wahhabi, Salafi, please come, join me. You are most welcome. Basic question, fundamental question of human beings. Why God gave us free will. I call it freedom of will. Okay, bad English. No, not the matter. Okay? And do you see that in Surah 16 Nahal, that a B Surah, verse 68 or 69, well, I put 68. I may have made a fool out of myself here, people, but I not a care. Why should I care, right? Because I not want to become a guru or some professional CEO or something. My life gone. I just care for God to care for us. So, God, very good for me, always coming to help people, crying out. And as we song, I need you, God. So when you cry to God, He come. Why not come for us? I don't know. My mother and me. My mother gone. She was very, very beautiful. So she had the most innocent eyes, you know, and the heart is so beautiful. I tell you, so beautiful, so sweet, and wasted life, suffering, suffering, bad in-laws, covert narcissists. She got married when she was 30. So if you know His Highness Aga Khan, you know what she used to do. Oh, she was so affectionate. Like if you've seen His Highness Aga Khan's picture, where with both hands he's so affectionate with his murids. My mother was like this, very, very affectionate with us, and others also, others children. And when we in London, when we were little, we used to go to school. She would first make breakfast, Allah, meaty roti, French, not the French toast, I think they call it. So, oh, it was so delicious and all this. I tell my mother I'm not having from the canteen. Maybe it having pork there. I not go. Now you make breakfast for me. So sometimes she give me French toast and all this. Meaty roti we call it. Very delicious. She make breakfast for us. Then she go to her Morris school for hairdressing. But before that, when the she see us off at the door of our house, it's not called a gate because we have no gates in London. We didn't have a gate, we had a door. And she stand there, and as our car or bus, we sometimes have a British lady coming to take me and my brother in the car, big limousine type car. And I want to sit next to her, and they make me sit next to her, Papa. You sit next to her in front. And then my mother waved to us, bye bye, like that. Very, very nice mother I had. So, London memories very good. I'm not crying for the Queen now. She give us the Queen give us so such trustworthy people. I'm not going to break down here. I won't cry, baby, cry. You don't mean that much to me. You'll never break my heart. You'll never be that free. I won't cry. What are you fooling? Yeah, I'm just fooling myself. So I cannot hear. But sometimes I go see funeral, and sometimes I see King Charles III now. Little bit. It has still, it's not hurting. Don't lie to yourself. So we had UAE had a 3 days mourning for the Queen of England to UK. Now, UK, you not have a queen, you have a king. We had such a nice queen, I tell you. But I say I'm not paying allegiance to her. Why? Because I Shia. I pay allegiance to Imam Mahdi. And thank God I not get UK passport. Oh God! But Ismaili Imam, very nice. He tell his Ismailis, you pay allegiance to the Queen, whichever land you like. Then I pay allegiance to His Highness Sheikh Khalifa. I go to his website. I say yes. But we say like Imam, our leader, have not an ounce of what do you call it, zulm, cruelty, or injustice. Now we pay allegiance to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. So better make sure that he not do anything that little not even an ounce atoms worth of atom very big, very big. So little sin not good because Abraham say and to God in surah, which surah in the Quran. Now, king, maybe king getting like me, maybe he also spellbound something. So some Britisher put a board there, or you from UK that you are not my king. God bless London. God bless UK. UK gave me everything. Trust, everything. Freedom, where I mean, in the material sense. Well, money, at that time, my father have lots of money, my mother not count. She giving me like every day. If I want to go every day shopping to Woolworth, High Street, Finchley Road, toys, 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 toys. Shop there we used to go and all this stuff. London, and we used to roam around, you know, and we Arabs in a Jewish neighborhood, and we even have Jewish dentist. Very nice man, really. I tell you, he have his dentistry office in his house, and his wife. Oh, I'll never forget that. Tell my mother, like they sit in the kitchen while our work is like we are in the dentist. Her husband with her husband. So once I was there, my brother was inside or something like this. And she tell my mother, like very, like, can you be my friend and all this? But, you are an Arab. And so my mother said, no, I'm not Arab. My husband Arab. And she said, would your husband mind? if we became friends and all this, I really want to be your friend. If you don't mind. I mean, how she asked, I mean, with such etiquettes and with such affection. And they are very, very trustworthy. I see in London, the London Jews, very trustworthy and very good behavior. Not the one we see coming out and like me, playing cricket and the garage, making that the wall between the garages, the wicket. And when the ball hit the garage, patak, the thin garage thing, right? Door. It even come up like with the what now we use remote control or something. I don't remember. Maybe later on, but before that, no, no, maybe later remote control. I'm not sure. So, but the tin garage door, and we buy guns and patakas or fire. No, those crackers, gun crackers. And patak, patak, patak. We go and play in the uh, this building parking lot. When my cousins come, I give. We all get a cowboy and all that. Bush Cassidy. If you've watched that movie, and guns, your belt. We put belt on. We play like anything, and the Jews were quiet. Once they complain, then they stop complaining about me. Ah, so I'm very, very sporty in London childhood and have lots of energy, not feel tired any time, not feel tired. But going to school, feel tired, bored. Oops, sorry. So this not good mic make sound when I move. Now, okay, back to this. So very, very good queen. I hope London, God bless, God save our king, like King Charles III. Now, why did God give humans freedom of will when He did not give it to the beasts? So they tell us that the humans can reach heights, right? They have understanding. Bees have understanding, or they just do their work without. They have awareness, but we have this mind, and this is curse. For sometimes I see that we have a mind which keeps us away from God, because Imam Ali say all minds put together in Najul Balagha, something like this, just succinctly putting it. All minds put together cannot comprehend God. We cannot. So no matter how we see ourselves as very intelligent people, like someone say MSXX, that you have low comprehension. And also issues, personal issues, and what my mind is stuck on this person, what you say. She or he, I don't know. So it will take some time to get over this. Anything else you want to throw stones at me for? But it not hurt. I hope not. No, I mean here, like with your words. So I tell you, this playground we have, you have the human beings. I'm not in it. I'm not playing your game. Why should I play your game? Now, if you have okay, you are intelligent. You come and you tell me, please help me. Your intelligence, how you understand Islam, and you understand it completely because you have great intelligence, high comprehension, and you also. So please come and help me here. Help me out there. See, no contradictions in the Quran. You know that the planet, that the sun revolve, or what? You know Newton's gravitation. You have worked it all out for yourself, and the Quran going hand to hand with science. So you have worked it out. Please come and help me. And the challenging. This is challenging for you. Sorry, I cannot give you prior notice here. MSXX and those who think they're very intelligent, they've worked out the people's lives and their lives, and the Prophet Muhammad worked out in every era with God. I mean, God giving him the laws. They work like anything up to date. So please now come and defend your religion and be on the topic and tell me you have worked it out. Predestination, that there it was decided, like in a majlis now we are told that when in Karbala, now my Shia majlis starting. So in Karbala, so God there, prenatal state, you know, when they make loins from the Adam's loins and they're his descendants, then God asked, the ayat there, I'm not completing it, just cut myself. God asked, who will be there in Karbala? Imam Hussein get up and say, yes, I will be the one giving my all. And then aftermath of Karbala, I was witnessing all this. And then who will be with the women folk? And after the Imam taking charge, when Bibi's chadars will be snatched, what you have to see. So Imam Zainal Abidin, Sajjad, say, I will. So I was in my perhaps 12, 13 years old, don't know. But I remember this majlis in Karadar. Don't know if Akil Turabi or someone, late Akil Turabi, Maulana, Allama Akil Turabi, recite this majlis. So predestination, what is decided beforehand, also that. But here, what I'm, you have worked it out. So then I was thinking that if Yazid decide, this bad man, tyrant, decide, then who would be there, right? Maybe put it this way, because it's not written there that you are evil, you will do evil. No, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be just. Then there should be no thing of right and wrong, like punishment for it. Because if God has uh, written it there, it's not like Shaitan who did. It's a human being here. Yazid was born innocent, and then things turn out. So if the choice he makes to do zulm on Ahl al Bayt, then who will be there? Then who will take this? So this is how I took the majlis, contemplating later on it, that how can it be written, right? For the human being there, that but whoever, and wait, every because every prophet has a enemy, and then whoever chooses to be that prophet's enemy, the choice you make is here on earth. So if God would say, if an incident like this was to occur to such an extent of sufferance, atrocities to no end, he asked the souls from the perhaps the light of Prophet Muhammad. progeny of Prophet Muhammad, got up and said, I will be there. If such a situation is to arise on earth at some time, I want to be there. I will take it. So, not that Yazid's destiny was written and decided by God over there, because that would be totally unjust, right? So, that's Shia Islam and certain thing about it. So, why did God give humans freedom of will? Your soul is prone to evil. I should have put it this way: your soul is prone to evil. Surah Yusuf, ayat number, I'm again forgetting, sorry. And so Hazrat Yusuf, when he was attacked, later on he says, by the king's wife, he says, well, I would not have been able to, I would have gone for it had my Lord not had mercy on me. I would have gone for the king's wife when she was seducing me, but that, okay, so, and but the soul is prone to evil. So, where do we draw the line between shaitan and the soul? Also, this point: our soul is prone to evil. We come on earth and we see, okay, so, but shouldn't only shaitan? You see, we did not create shaitan. We did not even create this world. We are the created. And so, why should we take responsibility for shaitan uh, thing? We didn't create him. And we didn't even do such a thing as to ask him. Okay, that was a test for Shaitan and he failed for the angels up on high assembly to bow to Adam, but he refused to bow to Adam. He was arrogant. Okay, coming back down here. Uh, so, soul is prone to evil because we say that we come in this world and the soul is vulnerable. We like, you know, it likes these things of the world, temporary things, facilities and money and attractions and gold and glitter and, things like that. The things of the world it gets attached to. The soul is like that, prone to evil. So if Shaitan whispers, keeps whispering, yeah, yeah, enjoy this world. But Jesus, who was that devil on the mount? Or no, he took Jesus up on a height and said, I can give you this whole world. You can be the king of the world, of perhaps even the whole universe or something. And he said, no, I don't want it. So Jesus refused. And in the Quran, we're told he is the spirit of Allah. But why is the soul inclined to evil? I can understand it gets inclined here to the worldly matters, but why? Is it that what Buddhists say human beings, ignorant human beings, would do something like this? And then in the Quran, so what part of us? The soul is the ignorant part of us that doesn't want to learn or is prone to evil. It will, whenever a satanic whispering will come, it will go to the call of that whispering. So then, what shall we do? So God says, I've guided you, I've sent messengers outside. But there should also, if there is the inside factor, which is very strong, the soul, which is prone to this material world realm, then there should also be an inside when the outside a messenger comes to remind us on what shall we contemplate and reflect inside, that we can trust that our will not slip, our foot would not slip in slippery grounds. Because you see, Surya, all of us, those who purify their souls, they will be the successful. They are the successful. But those who prefer the life of this world will not. So instead of listening to your soul, but the Quran ayah says that until and unless Allah has mercy on me, Hazrat Yusuf is saying this, as we are told, it's stated in the Quran ayat, Surah Yusuf. Please pay attention to this because I got this in gold here. I was just doing this, making a YouTube thumbnail, but he inspired the bees. What have we missed? That even those when the messengers coming and telling us, and even as a Shia, for how long have I avoided my religion to come to this religion? How many years it took to not listen to music, to be exclusively devoted like a Maulana Sahib, like our big religious scholars. Go to go to Najaf, study there. Why go to American school, Karachi American school? Okay, there I was very small. But then when I came to, why go to O levels when the Quran is there? Huh? It, my religion is complete, right? Imam Hussein made it. I mean, the Imams after. So that shows that on this day have we completed your religion. So Vilayat came, Imam Ali's Vilayat. This has completed our religion. Our religion is complete. Why go for yoga and this and that? Do the hustle. Sorry, excuse me. So do your namaz postures. What do you call that? They will be enough. Your shoulder, your stomach, whatever, it will help. Do fasting. That will help. Now to recognize, to be aware. The I think the bees have a queen bee and they work in order, but that's all inspired in them. You see, they don't go out of the law, the rule set for them. Such a beautiful thing, beehive. Do you see how they make it? We can't even make such a thing. And honey is so healing. So if we all cooperate and work like aligned to the divine will, but why this thing? If yes, so I'm trying to figure that out. And the last time on my live stream, I was all confused and flustered. I came here, I said, even if I make a fool out of myself, people say whatever they want to, they can say it, but I have to get the message through, as dumb as I may sound or unprepared. But I'm saying that. I'm not saying I'm leading you. I have the light, come, follow me. If you love Allah, follow me. I said in my live stream, previous one also, that I haven't worked it out. So if you feel you have worked it out, and your Prophet Muhammad has worked it out, and the Quran has worked it out, and you know it fully, please come and help us, enlighten us. So this now my head, and I started to really, I've been working on this and going round and round in circles. So yesterday I had a really cracking time. I started to have this spaz attack, my laughter attack. Like, oh, ask this question and start laughing, 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 laughing. Because it's like, I don't know, I'm lost. Why did God give humans? So after having looked at the free will, why did God give free will? Then, yeah, the right question to ask would be, why did God give humans free will and also shaitan at that time? You would say, okay, on paper, in the Quran to test the people. You see, many will be going to hell. A lot of sufferance. Is it just? All he had to do was inspire us, like he inspired the bees, like he inspired, he says, Prophet Muhammad. So this must be the fundamental golden question because it came out in gold later on when I was working on it. First silver and then gold. All this has to end. Rehan, ex-Muslim, hello, hi, welcome, warm welcome. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the greeting. And any feedback, please. I'll be much grateful. Am I making sense here or not? I'm Rehan, ex-Muslim. Yes. Oh, so welcome. How? Since when did you become an ex-Muslim? You'd like to share your story? Sorry, I cannot give you the stream yard. I'm trying to work on it, but fail. I'm really bad at it. How to get this encoder and all this fixed? I don't know. I keep failing. So, when did you become an ex-Muslim? Would you like to share your story? If you would like to go on, you know, contact Abdullah Samir. If you would like to have a live stream with the ex-Muslim on the stream yard, the interview and all this. So, when did you leave Islam and what was the thing that made you leave Islam? What was the reason you left Islam? And are you happy now? How do you feel now? If you would like to give me a feedback, I'd be very grateful. Do you think this fundamental question has been solved? Is it a fundamental question in religion? Why did God give humans free will? Just waiting for Rehan, ex Muslim, to comment, give me a feedback here in the live chat if they would like to. So, God should have given us, God has a good reason, right? God is Adal, as in our Shia religion, one of the our Usul Din. Okay, I don't want to go into that complicated thing. Or Furu Din. It says our pillar is God is adal just. He cannot do any injustice, and He's the source of all goodness, source of everything. Even the bad that happens here temporary, which is temporary, is good for us in the long run. It teaches us a lesson. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. And there's no static. Sometimes it comes, or that sound in the middle, on and off, like I'm moving my mobile or something. So, okay, now I forgot what I asked or said. So, God is just, and whatever happens here, and He must have a good reason to test us here. So, to do what? Make us humans into divine. That would be a great reason, wouldn't it? To realize that we are divine and not to just realize the messenger of Allah and praise Him morning and evening, like in Surah Fat. So God must have a very good reason for the sufferance, because at one time in my life, I couldn't find a good reason for human sufferance. It was too much for me. So God must have a really good reason, and the really good reason, or His reason, Muslims say, no, He created us. Don't fight with Him. Don't don't complain to Him. Don't just say thank you, thank you, thank you, because He is the creator. He's above the mother and father even. He is the creator, and I used to wonder, like, how can Shaitan even fight against Him, like go against Him and not obey Him? Like Muslims would say, don't go, don't complain. He has the best reason for creating this world. But there came a time when I broke the trust of Islam, like Muslims, unlike Muslims, and I said, why? I asked. Oh, so, you know, and complain to God, start to complain to God, fight with God. Broke the trust. Like shukar kare na, in bad times, in good times. No, and I will always be. That's what friends are for. So He's our friend, and He's our friend. We are suffering walis, saints. We can't even, I couldn't even call myself a believer. I couldn't, but jumped up, leapt to, so, oh, our friend, oh, our light in darkness, oh, our Savior, Dua Mashlul. Now I can't even remember it properly. So He must have a good reason for giving us this choice here. And those who would take from bad and good, and when bad hits you, be grateful also that it is all from you, Allah. But that in the end, that you surely have a great reason, and you are with us. Sometimes it feels that God has forsaken us. Even Jesus Christ, we are told, felt that way. But that Prophet Muhammad and Hussein in Karbala, and then Imam Zain al Abidin, मुंह पे नहीं थे नाले. That's sorry, a Urdu Noah of ours, very old. किसको संभाले ज़ैना, किसको मनाए ज़ैना, हैरान परेशान है करबो बला में ज़ैना. So Sometimes this. Why did God give humans freedom? Please let me know if I can be of any help, or please help me. Rehan, ex-Muslim, are you articulate? Maybe you can have your channel and do this. Guidelines are here, but I'm not that articulate. And if your English is good, please make a YouTube, make your channel like this like I'm doing. Come live, help. So here for you to, if in any way I can make life easy for you now that you are an ex-Muslim, but mostly you rely on that yourself, you rely. Oh, anything else I'm forgetting? Just not prepared for this, but inspired the bees and inspired Prophet Muhammad, Wahi. But what is it that we are missing? So you see, I couldn't get it. So I had to go to Ending of Time by Jiddu Krishnamurti, a dialogue between Jiddu Krishnamurti. Thank God I bought that book. I found it in Karachi. And David Bohm, the scientist, physicist, I think, not sure. So it would just, so what is this test and trial? We have fallen. Adam fell from heaven. Uh, in that way, I used to get stuck. You see, even now I'm getting stuck. I couldn't find the reason. God could have come in heaven for so many points. Like, I would get stuck on some other point. God could have come. God could have like intervened. Like, no, Adam, don't take this is shaitan. Uh, so, but Allama Tabatabai says that actually Adam was made for. But step by step, when you ask questions like I ask, it doesn't make sense. Okay, Adam was made for the earth, and earth was like, there's a place, earth, we have to come here for some reason, be tested, put on trial by God. Shaitan also comes, Job, like in the Bible, he tested Job, and Job started to complain. And then God gives the answer, but I was like, not satisfactory. So, yes, you have the power and you are the all powerful and you are our creator. Muslims would say this. Don't complain to God. But I broke the sacred trust. Like Prophet Muhammad also started to, he broke an oath here. I mean, this was, oh, do you see this? Where are we going? Where am I taking you? He failed. The wives were annoying him. So we're after all humans, right? So big deal. Don't be afraid. You can break a oath. It's a dissolution of oaths. Why are you so afraid that you know I will not pass the test and God tests us so much? But then, oh, Imam Hussein, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, Ya Allah, how he said it in his last sajda. एक सजदा इनसे हो तो हम माने. I can't hear. translate it in English. कारवान में एक भी हुसैनी नहीं है. Dr. Iqbal, Allama Iqbal. Last time I forgot that कहते हैं Imam Hussein saved Islam. So the Sunni Shia difference came on my face again. I'll repeat myself. Very interesting story for me. I was in London, uh, first year, so my exams ending, end of the year exams came, and 10th Muharram was. I had to go out and give my exam or take my exam, as they say properly. Contract. I remember it was contract law, and I remember writing like a child, like I should be in nursery. I was telling myself, Zara, you should be. You don't know how to write, and you know the law, language, and all that. So I thought I'm going to fail in this, and it was 10th of Muharram, and I didn't want to be here, but I had to study for my exam and appear for the exam in my college in London. Then I went and called the principal. She was my impetus, the thing that motivated me to do this law. So I said, I didn't tell her that, but on the phone I said, Mommy, I think I'm going to fail in this. And it's 10th of Muharram, and it's also a bad day. Uh, so she said, no, it's a good day because she was a Sunni Muslim. So of course I don't argue or anything. I listen, observing her in that as a Sunni Muslim. And then I was like, I put the phone down and we ended the conversation. And then walking, I was now a little bit nearer to my house. So I had called her from a shop, etc. It's called phone shop, etc. So I was just observing the difference. It was fascinating. It became fascinating for me because my beloved principal, wonderful lady, she just told me we never argue about Shia Sunni, never like. But and neither did she want to save me. That you people are shirking, unforgivable. No, no, it was very innocent way of her to say that it's a good day. 10th Muharram is not a bad day. So I was fascinated with this. I held on to it, I chewed on it, I thought about it, going to the hostel, trying to work it out the Sunni way, how they think. Imam Hussein saved Islam, right? It was a good day for Islam. But we, like how he saved Islam, we do our own like mourning, and that power that he had didn't use that power. Otherwise he could have just cursed the whole Yazid army and they would have been gone. He could have just lifted his finger and said, Ya Allah, destroy them. But he chose to suffer, I mean sacrifice. And the sufferance, like human sufferance, we are like the son, 18-year-old son is going Ali Akbar, and how the thing is going on there, you know, and how the aunt Zainab, Ali Akbar's 18, 17. So all this we Shias take into consideration, whereas the Sunnis see the overall big picture that Imam Hussein saved Islam, and this is they don't celebrate. I think what they do is they don't. We're not allowed to fast, but they do a fast. They fast even like soberly, in a sober manner. They commemorate the sacrifice of Imam Hussein in Karbala. So they take this whole big picture about it that Imam Hussein saved. So the difference of, let me not repeat myself, I could get stuck on this. Um, so Imam Hussein saved, and Islam, they see the big picture, but they don't see Imam Hussein's human quality, like of as a father who's sacrificing, and how Karbala was a big institution, educational institution, living live for us Shias. So they don't take that lesson from that, but they just see the overall picture. And sometimes, like Mother Teresa, when she said that, when I read her saying that a sacrifice must hurt, must cost. So here we are told Prophet Muhammad, two wives of his annoyed, verse 1 of Surah Tahrim. O Prophet, so God says, and where shall I? O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what Allah has made lawful for you? Now there's a verse I found. Do not make law. He's telling the believers under like what no circumstances, but there's a verse that says to the believers, what? Do not prohibit yourselves what Allah has made lawful for you. And we find him doing the same thing here, seeking the approval of your wives. And Allah is forgiving and merciful. So Allah forgives him. But the point is that the test came. I started to complain to God, and the Muslims would tell me that no, no, you can't complain. Even my Shias would tell me. And of course, another thing is do not despair of God's mercy. Surely He forgives all sins. Sorry, I'm just moving myself, so there may be some terrible, horrible sound. Like a storm has come here. Allah is, so here He fails. He can't take this. His wives are annoying him, and he gives in. So this I don't think is proper. And remember when the Prophet confided to one of his wives? So, no, no. So the dissolution of oaths came. Allah has already ordained. Not only did He, yeah. So here He forbade Himself. No, no, He did. Yes, yes, forbidding. Sorry, not allowing, but forbidding what Allah has made lawful for Him, and He thus telling His wives that I will never do this. I'll never do this. So He made an oath. Allah has already ordained for you Muslims the dissolution of your oaths. Like here, he has failed like a child. I mean, even a child may not. Sorry, I don't mean to child, bichara, innocent. Please don't judge children. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. He's failed like a hypocrite. to be precise. Allah has already ordained for you Muslims the dissolution of your oaths. So we are told under no circumstances will a believer go wrong. Even God tests them. This life is a test, and God has a good reason, best reason for testing us, putting us on trial here in this world. So don't complain. Be shukar karte raho. They keep thanking God. Even in times of crisis, pain, suffering, sickness, look at the bright side. Imam Ali has said, when you're sick, what do? You look at the bright side. Imam Zainal Abidin was sick. Good reason for him to be sick in Karbala, ill, not well, right? Now, what do you people say, Muslims? And thank you so much, Rehan, ex-Muslim, for being here. You see, now I come here. You see, not complain, but he not complain, but indirect hypocrite. Like he could not stand the test of time. You know, from that song. Let's take a walk together near the ocean, hand in hand, you and I. Let's cherish every moment we have been given. So love will stand a test of time. And the prophet here, he failed that test of annoying wives. Khatam should not the matter in Islam be closed, but obsession, doubts. No, maybe I'm eminent religious scholars. Imam Hussein sacrifice. And then Sajjad. Oh, that's it. Zara, you know. So please contemplate any. You have any? Did you at least, if you have good comprehension, please explain. Ex-Muslim, tell me. So, why did God give humans free will? He must have a good reason, Muslims say. But the police provide the reason. He's the creator. Yeah. You are not to question him when you are connected with God, you don't need to. When you are happy in love, when crisis come, then the believers say we don't need friends of Allah. What? Then these answers that the Muslims will give me, I know, and I also give myself as a when I was a Shia Muslim. When the friends of Allah have no fear? Quran ayat, right? So become like them, and you will not falter in life, make any mistake. You will not be annoyed when the other person is annoying you, wife is annoying you, this is annoying you, that is annoying you. But the Prophet Muhammad failed. So then, friends of Allah, have no fear. Prophet Muhammad failed. Surah Tarim, I just showed you. Quran.com, I think I should put it there. So that only get Quran.com. I'm after Quran.com, and Quran.com want me this is corpus. Okay, this unquestionably for the allies of Allah, There will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. Now you see, Prophet Muhammad, what he care wives? He have many wives. Why he need to make a oath on such a um, petty, petty thing? Wives annoying him. Should he get annoyed? We are told when Gandhi and on the terrain something happened, and they think maybe terrain, going off the track or undisturbed. That's a story about. Let me, if you know in your life story some real that you experience it, that you're not as shaken, not affected, because you realize you are a believer in Allah, and that patience of yours, God given, and mercy also God given. So you not go in the wrong. God hold you. So this friends of Allah have no fear, verse 62 of Surah 10, Yunus. And then where I want to go quickly, oh God, I always close this. I don't need to close this, just need to open a new tab. So where are I going from here to where? Forgot. So give me some time. Where are I going? So friends of Allah have no fear. Prophet Muhammad, Surah Tahrim, we are told that he failed. What will the Muslims tell me? Can't remember which ayat I was going to in the Quran. The Muslims will tell me, have patience, don't complain, God is the creator. Believers will tell me it's very easy. A Sayyid told me, very easy. So if you are a believer, it's very easy for you. You would not be shaken. You would not be shaken, right? But if God had not given you patience or mercy, you would be shaken. Uh, Soul is prone to evil, or grace from Him. Did I say that? Soul is prone to evil. Oh, nor do I, Hazrat Yusuf is saying this, nor do I absolve my own self, nafs, of blame. The human soul is certainly prone to evil unless my Lord do bestow His mercy. So we sit and we say, look, God's mercy has not come to her. So if she's complaining like Job in the Bible complained, let it be. Who are we to say? Because even Hazrat Yusuf here, she's not thanking God. Maybe we not make any that she's thankless and she's. But surely my Lord is of forgiving, most merciful. I do not seek to acquit myself. If the king's wife assault him, he could have gone for it. If what God had not, if my Lord did not have mercy on me. Hazrat Yusuf saying this. So ayat number 53, right or wrong? When love is ours and God is above us. So now anything I had forgotten something. So all this I should have put in a new comeback, but I have chose to. This 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour on YouTube. People not like this, but our life, my life were wrecked upside down. I'm not able to figure this out. So Dr. Deepak Chopra say, if you are not able to figure it out, you go to choices and don't push the answer. Okay, so I don't get it. I'm disconnected with God. He tried to connect us. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasma or Aham Brahmasmi. That Hindu mantra. You connect with God, align. So thank God for some of these Hindus, like a very nice mantra and giving us, helping us to align with. Because everyone has self-awareness. Human beings know what it means to. Oh, I going to Dr. Deepak Chopra's site, website here, picking on him. You see, if you are going to compromise my security, I mean email, I will kill you. I like this, you know. When your mind and heart are truly open, abundance will flow to you effortlessly and easily. You see, God has given us abundance. This is what Shakti Gawain also say in her creative visualization book. Because everyone has self awareness, human beings know what it means. Again, order mindful moments. Wow. So you can buy this book, Dr. Deepak Chopra's Beyond Music is the Dance. Beyond the dance, just the love. That's it. I now resting in just the love, not in. I hope my shaitan might not come up. What are you doing resting? You lazy bug. You are resting now. You want to rest in love, just the love. Mind coming. And why you not a Muslim? Oops. Sorry, just hear my mobile fall. Maybe storm, kind of storm sound come. June. So you see, you lazy bug, why you want to? And now you spoiled bread, but yeah, very rich because my country rich, oil country giving me money. Because everyone has self awareness, human beings know what it means to be happy or unhappy. This feeling is so basic that seeking happiness comes naturally. Yet for some reason, Are Imam Hussain says, Zara, why are you going after Deepak Chopra? That अभी खुशी भी नहीं I not अभी मैं भी नहीं not me Imam Hussein one Shias everyone want to go after happiness celebration if they invite you. Sunnis celebrate the first Muharram first year beginning of the year. We put black clothes on morning start. Baba, we not want to go after happiness. Is there a place where it is we are proves elusive? Oh, yet for some reason happiness proves elusive. Yes, very true. I put all this lecture and Allah Bichara. And the feeling that you can find permanent happiness can seem futile, definitely. If we look closely, however, there are three ways. I jumped the gun, sorry, Dr. Deepak Chopra. If you look closely, however, like on the Shia site for last live stream, I blame them for this. They coming not coming after me anyways. If we look closely, however, there are three ways to be happy. The first to arise in everyone's life. First, you accept that you are after happiness. You see this pagal pun of being a martyr, follower of martyr. Why should I go after happiness? not understand. You want to be a martyr? No, I don't even want to be a martyr. So, chalo, let us go to a place where we not a search, not a going after happiness. But Dr. Deepak Chopra, they all realize, big, big people, that even Sayyid Yusuf Zedi said that people after happiness. The first way to be happy is to follow your impulses without judging them, taking life as it comes from moment to moment. You today, Zara Jawad, have to realize that you are after life's pleasures and happiness. 18th August gone, order mindful moments. This is Dr. Deepak Chopra's book, Dance, no, Beyond the Dance, Just Love. Imam Hussein did not go after happiness. The second way is to select the experiences that bring pleasure and reject those. You see, you're always asking where we go wrong. Now I tell you, if you're stuck on Imam Hussein, we put out Shiites. You are stupid to go after happiness, aren't you? Because happiness is not here. So let's take the Quran ayat which is saying in happiness and not to forget God, always say thank you God, thank you God, thank you God. Thank you for this pain, thank you for this illness. It's a betterment for the entire world it manifests. But okay. So sorry, Dr. Deepak Chopra. The second way is to select the experiences. Now you don't act like a smart, what do you call it? S, donkey. The second way is to select the experiences that bring pleasure. Oh, Dr. Deepak Chopra. But you see, you're so good, this very good. It isn't hard to know what you like and dislike. You come down to earth and see that people are going after happiness and they are stupid. Because happiness, doctor, in my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I. Why we not like Imam Hussein? Why we after happiness? This we crazy people. High stress, and there's a third way to be happy. Oh, okay. However, that is outside the conformity of social norms and has nothing to do with pleasure and pain. This very good. This is the way of vidya, the Sanskrit word for self knowledge. Now, you see, God in Islam also saying, I want to give you knowledge so that you will be happy. On this path, you choose experiences for their value in helping you to wake up, evolve, and become more conscious. So, in other words, in the Quran also, like that. Calling it as spiritual doesn't correctly describe what the third way is, but it is closely identified with spirituality because God and religion, I hope you are not talking about Islam and Christianity and Judaism, have been the focus of higher. No, no, they have, yes, all of them. It's true. He's talking about it. Focus of higher consciousness for so long. So let us embrace some Americans punishing, Muslims very, very bad. We must tolerate one on one hand, like, okay. So love Muslims are humans. They are very beautiful people. You know, they some of them are very innocent, like my principal. And they are not doing taqiya shakia. They just love Prophet Muhammad and they love this religion, the way this religion. So every religion, and the Muslim, oh yeah, the Sharia with the Mr. G on Mr. P Fender, this coming, but please, not to punish the other Muslims. They are very great Muslims, and they want to do a job. Uh, it's their pride. It's their thing. Maybe it hurt us that restricted themselves with hijab, proper hijab, this, that. No, no. Like Ahlul Bayt, they don't go seeing sightseeing. Everything inside of them, God with them. So, what constricted? You can be in the room and, scientists always working in their labs, this, that. And when the Muslims do hijab, you see it as a constriction. Huh? They're doing their duty, their religious duty. They love it. And some of them struggle to do this. But you see, scientists in lab, you in your career offices, you are yes, you are. You are dependent on the capital system, on the office, rules of the office, the boss, this, that, workplace. You are going from 9 to 5 or something. Every day you have a routine, you go to your work, you are constricted yourselves. And if you want that freedom, then please give everyone that freedom that we not go to office every day or school every day from 8 to some, you know, 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So all these contradictions in human beings, I tell you. Let the Muslims be very nice Muslims, peacefulness over violence and anger, acceptance, all this. Very nice. Please come to this Dr. Deepak Chopra. But what I want, and so religions all go for this, and they find God. And when you find God, what else do you need? Right? Imam Hassan say, if you not get सब सब पाया लेकिन उसको नहीं पाया, अल्लाह को नहीं पाया तो क्या पाया? क्या पाया? और जब अल्लाह को पाया और कुछ और नहीं पाया तो क्या खोया? क्या खोया? What you lose? If you get God and lose everything, what you lose? What you lose? And if you attain this world, you know what it means, what that contains, and then not to get the God, you lost. You know what you lost? You lost everything. So this about the Imam Hussein, Shia Islam, saying of Imam Hussein. But this very, very sad for me because it become a shock, the vast distinction between Prophet Muhammad failing in Surah Tahrim against his annoying wives, he couldn't take it, and Imam Hussein passing in his promise to Allah in Karbala. Whew. So, anyways, still, please do contemplate on this. Is this a golden question? That it come to me in gold. Why did God, as I was making it, why did God give humans freedom of will? And some of them choose the fire of hell. Some of them are ignorant enough not to even want to believe in God because so much evil in this world. Then I go to the problem of evil when I was doing my research and what Imam Hussein say. In the problem of evil, one man write, I think Javed, his name, Wait a minute, a problem, or maybe another. There are two articles or books. Problem of Evil. So I searched the other, like, what the Westerners think and all, philosophers and all, and then I come to Shia Islam, problem of evil, and how it put problem. Let me see, divine justice and the problem of evil. Yeah, is it this one? In it, I find Imam Hussein's saying, "This is Ghulam Hussein." Is a fundamental question and one of the most discussed topics among the theologians and the philosophers in the last 2000 years. Most important reason for this attention given to the subject is that human beings have always been faced with natural and moral tragedies. Consequent, Consequently, some philosophers have doubted God's justice. See, others have denied the existence of God. What to do with human? We don't want to lose any human being. And now I become panic struck and anxiety come. Believed in duality because they were not able to, how God, the benevolent, the omnipotent, the omniscient, can let these happen. Not able to understand, not able to grasp or get, yeah, they were not able. Among the Christian thinkers, there have been two historical types of theodicy: Augustine theodicy and Ir- Iranian theodicy. Theodicy, however you pronounce that. Sorry, the core of Augustine theodicy is goodness of God and goodness of the created world, but because of the original sin, all problems associated with pain and suffering have emerged. In contrast, the Arnaean, Arnaean theodicy is built on the purpose of a soul making process. Among Muslim theologians, Abul Hasan Ash'ari and his followers denied objectivity of justice and injustice and maintained, I mean, this is among the Muslim theologians, maintained that whoever, this is a new one, whatever is done or commanded by God is good and just. Maintain that. On the contrary, the Mutazilites and the Shiites believe in the objectivity of justice and choose divine justice as one of their principles. They believe that God does and commands only what is objectively good and just. In what follows, we will first analyze the problem of evil and divine justice in general terms from a historical perspective. The phenomena of pain and suffering shall also be discussed. Then we will focus on the notion of divine justice and the extent to which this relates to the problem of evil from the point of view of Augustine theodicy. Finally, there will be a discussion about what I think to be an appropriate position to be held. Hold nothing. Just let go of everything. The problem is that you see, divine justice and the problem of evil. In a religious context, justice of God is called theodicy. The word theodicy is derived from the Greek word for God, theos. The Greek word dike for justice is the word traditionally used. See, it's coming from. So, very good. We know from the Greek, despite the fact that I'm going to speak permissive. So, you can read all this, right? I just read you the beginning. Anything Imam Hussein say here, mentioned here also, just leave everything. Hold on to nothing. Why is there evil in this world? If you explain things away, you see the Augustine way, the this way, the Muslim way, the Islamic way, hasty decision, Conclusion. Western Church Way, John Hick Way. Oh, sorry, John Hick, whose many concepts have been referred from his book, represented represented and promoted Ira- Irene. No, wait, Iranian theodicy, and he's not very sympathetic with Augustine's theodicy. Soul making is much like character building. Forget character building, you will forget everything. Just remember. Don't even have to remember it. Just what you do is. So, no, this is not the one our Imam Hassan says and all this problem of evil. So, what we do is empty the mind. Mind is the problem. Mind is the problem. So, you empty the mind, and now I must leave you. I hope I have not confused you enough. Have I confused you enough? A very unprofessional. Now, for some time, you leave all what Islam writes, this writes, that, and you give up. Now we listen to good music. Take the journey beyond shapes and forms. Empty the mind. Empty the mind. Take the journey beyond forms and shapes. So you will say, why Zahara the music? Well, for some time, let it be, right? We will be going into complete silence. Let's see. Sometimes ego needs some uh, direction, luring the ego. Is it too loud? Not here. What do you hear? Now you look all this creation of the creation or manifestation. I'm not to know. Let us enjoy the blessings of this manifestation creation when we can. But some of us get sick, can't go travel, we not have some money, we can't see all this. Can you hear me? Some of us, you know, can't enjoy the blessings, creation, or manifestation of Allah. You see, all this growing on this mountain without a gardener, mountain peace. And so sometimes we get incapacitated or we have physical incapacity, physical challenges. So we cannot enjoy this creation. Where not to go? Limitless universe. We can't go to a waterfall. But if we have, you see, this also not making sense. Enjoy God's creation when you perhaps have not something, you can't enjoy it because your mind or your heart is where your loved one is. Yeah, something like that happened to me. So I not need any sightseeing. Then what to do? We humans have sometimes, God forbid, then we become old, and then they put us in the old house, old people's house. And if you've worked your life and you become so bored you die of boredom in your old age, if you retire, what are you to do? So we need to also be like a very, what do you call it, very versatile in life, adjustable, adapting to life. As old age come, we look at it as a blessing. Oh, work, my occupation. I feel so unproductive today. I not go to work, I become old. You will die, God forbid. Why people not live for long who work? Because work is their life. Oh, what this I say, I not know. I try not to be a comedian. Break through the limits of your soul without any fear. Yeah, why you discovering your true nature now? Discover your true nature. And limitless. Timeless, limitless, and boundless. But the mind coming, huh? Mind becoming monkey doing monkey business. Oh, mischief coming. You see? Shall we go to Islam? This, that. Even Prophet Muhammad making such a mistake. Why we fear the soul? If God not have mercy on my soul and I do bad things, well, God, I pray to God sincerely to have mercy on me. He inscribed mercy on himself. So then we say, oh, Salwat Paro. So, in our Shia and even Sunni Durud Sharif, Baba, 364 times, my mother tell me, nothing. So the blessing of Allah and then rahmat coming, mercy coming. Why we have to do wrong things? Eh, dile nadan, dile nadan. So lost the souls. You know what the Jesus Christ say about the lost sheep. So we want to save, get everyone safe. First, we will give some abuse to God, this religious God, not giving us mercy. Complain. वो खराब है, दिल तो पागल है. Then finally we come. So please be tolerant, Muslims, because even your prophet not be able to take the annoyance of his two wives, we are told in Surah Tarim. What a stark difference between the grandfather and the grandson, Imam Hussein. So it is a big tragedy that we were lied to. And big things coming. We as Shias also have this. Let me just give you. Oh, this. We have the Christians have the Psalms of David, and Jews we have the Sahifa Sajjadia, Sahifa, and the word. You read this to us, prayers. Is it Sahifa Sajjadia? Yes. Islam complete, better than Christianity. Do not compromise my email. In praise of God, the blessings upon Prophet. Ooh, praise of, this very, very interesting. And you know who Imam Sajjad is? Arba'in just passed. The first without the first before him. I want to cry. The last without a last behind him. How did I leave this religion? I'm shocked. Beholders' eyes fall short of seeing him. So, see, no, thank you. So, better leave it. Because Sayyade सजाद हैं और जुल्म की जंजीर है सर उठा के राह में मौला नहीं चलते हो क्यों सामने क्या सर बरहना ज़ैनबे दिलगीर है. You see what I've left behind. You must be getting goosebumps like I'm getting. Now now I'm in a shock. So I will take a break. I have to take some tea. Oh, I have to microwave this. I so passionate involved in this that I forget to have my tea. But not smoking, a bad habit. Don't do it. My mother showed me very nicely. It make a dark stains on your lung. So you have to detox yourself. Don't do it. Very bad habit. Thank you so much. I will continue later, maybe later on in the day, or let's see. Sorry, my thing is different like this, right?